Te te mana whakawā.
Nuk Karako.
Tēnā koe e te mana whakawā. Sir, I rise to support the motion. But firstly, I want to acknowledge the passing of two great leaders of Māoridom, Apirana Mahuika of Ngāti Porou and Tamahuata of Ngāti Kahungunu. Nō reira e nā rakatira e haere atu rā, haere atu rā. Haere atu rā ki te pāo te whakawairua, takoto mai, takoto. Sir, let the dead be the dead and the living be the living. Sir, I want to highlight one thing the Prime Minister said in his speech, that National is a government doing something for Māori. One of the reasons I sought to enter Parliament as a National MP was to advance the cause of Māori. Some of my people have expressed scepticism and asked how I could join National. These are the people who buy into the widespread perception that the party opposite is the one that can do the most for our people. Mr. Speaker, let me be clear. I joined the National Party because it is the party which has done the most for Māori in the past, and it will do the most for Māori in the future. Sir, it is indeed about aspirations. For too long, Māori have been at the bottom of many major social indicators, in particular education and welfare dependency. For too long, Māori have looked for Labour to turn things around. For too long, Labour have let our people down. Labour is full of rhetoric on the importance of education. From what I have seen and heard, the Māori MPs on the other side of the House really care about our people and the importance of a good education. They talk a good game, but when it comes time to stand up and do something about the problems that exist, it's the teachers' unions who get the final say. Labour's answers to educational underachievement has been to ignore the failing schools, to oppose telling parents how their children are doing, and to fight against innovation in our education system. Mr. Speaker, our whānau want their kids to succeed. So when National says we should help parents to be more involved in their child's learning, they welcome that. They welcome being told in plain language how their children are doing. They welcome having data available that shows how their children's school is performing. They agree with the government that schools should be operating in the interests of their students and not the teachers' union bosses. The fact that National is good for Māori is evident in the settlement of historic treaty claims. As the Prime Minister said in his speech, Labour only signed 1 or 2 deeds of settlement per year. But now, just after over 6 years of National government, we have signed 46 deeds of settlement. That's fantastic progress, and it makes me proud to represent National. Sir, I want to acknowledge our relationship with the Māori Party. Together we have improved social outcomes for Māori through whānau ora, and we have repealed Helen Clark's land grab of the foreshore and seabed. This government remains relentlessly focused on lifting the living standards of Māori, along with every other New Zealander, through economic growth. Mr. Speaker, Labour's approach to Māori and poverty has been to keep them there. They talk about jobs and lifting our people out of poverty, and when the time has come to act, they have done nothing. On this side of the House, we know what it takes to lift people out of poverty. It's not sitting around talking about what a job is. It's not voting against every single job-creating measure this government has put in place. It's not burdening small businesses with red tape and higher taxes and still expecting them to take on one more staff. Sir, National has restored confidence in our economy, crippled by the global recession and a Labour government. Businesses now have the confidence to take on new workers, thanks to the 90-day trial period. At the beginning of my speech, sir, that's about aspirations. I live on a papatupu or an ancestral community. This is the Māori heartland. I can tell the Leader of the Opposition that most Māori don't want to talk about self-governance. Our aspirations as a people are much higher than that. Sir, Māori, like everyone else, we care about education, we care about jobs, and we care about welfare of our children. We're not interested in the sort of separatism that is around the self-governance from the other side. What we are interested in is an ongoing partnership with the Crown, which will enable us as a people to fulfil our aspirations. The opposition parties will say anything to get into government, but empowering our people to reach the future they aspire to is again about walking the talk. If I could sum up Labour's achievements for Māori in one sentence, it would be this: After all that was said and done, there was more said than done. Kia ora.